no matter where. Of comfort no man speak. Let's talk of graves and worms and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills. And yet not so. For what can we bequeath? Save our deposed bodies to the ground, our lands, our lives, and all our Bolingbrooks, and none can we call our own but death, and that small model of the barren earth which serves as paste and cover to our bones. Come, let's sit upon the ground and tell sad stories on the death of kings. How some have been deposed, some slain in war, some haunted by the ghosts they have deposed, some poisoned by their wives, some sleeping killed, all murdered. For within the hollow crown that rounds the mortal temples of a king keeps death his court. And there the antic sits, scoffing his state, grinning at his pomp, allowing him a little breath, a little scene to monarchize, be feared, kill with looks, infusing him with self and vain conceit, as if this flesh which walls about our life were brass impregnable, and humored thus, comes at the last, and with a little pin bores through his castle walls, and farewell, king. Cover your heads, and mock not flesh and blood with solemn reverence. Throw away respect, tradition, form, and ceremonious duty, for you have but mistook me all this while. I live with bread like you. If you want, taste grief. You need friends. Subjected thus, how can you say to me I am a king? A fool, I met a fool in the forest. Jesus, a motley fool, a miserable world. As I do live by food, I met a fool who laid him down and basked him in the sun and railed against Lady Fortune in good terms, in good set terms, and yet a motley fool. "Tomorrow, fool," quoth I. "No, sir," quoth he. "Call me not fool till heaven have sent me fortune." And then he drew a dial from his poke, and looking on it with lackluster eye, says very wisely, "'Tis 10 o'clock. Thus may we see," quoth he, "how the world wags. 'Tis but an hour ago since it was 9, and after an hour more 'twill be 11. And so, from hour to hour, we ripe and ripe, and from hour to hour, we rot and rot." And thereby hangs the tale. when I did hear the motley fool thus moral on the time, my lungs began to crow like chanticleer, that fools should be so thus deep contemplative, and I did laugh. Sun's intermission, an hour by his dial. Noble fool. Oh, worthy fool. That I were a fool.
ambitious for a motley coat.
It must be by his death. For my part, I know no personal cause to spurn at him. But for the general, he would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there's the question. It is the bright day that brings forth the adder, and that craves wary walking. Crown him that, and I grant we put a sting in him that at his will he may do danger with. The abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power. To speak truth to Caesar, I have not known when his affections swayed more than his reasons, but 'tis a common proof that lowliness is young ambition's ladder, whereto the climber upward turns his face. But when he attains the utmost round, turns his back, looks in the clouds, scorning the base degrees by which he did ascend. So Caesar may. Then, less he may prevent. And since the quarrel will bear no color, for the thing he is fashioneth thus, that what he is augmented would run to these and these extremities, and therefore think him as a serpent's egg, which hatched would as his kind grow mischievous, and kill him in the shell.